computer. Okay, we're going to start recording. Hi, everybody. It's just me and Tammy, but hi. Anyway, so when I was going to promote to director, I had someone who was out of town, and I ran a party. Oh, there's Nora. I ran a party in her name and in her back office, and got her qualified. And I actually had somebody who had a host, one of my hosts, her party didn't qualify, but she still wanted to place an order. So I closed out her party and had her go place an order on the other girl's party with using her 10% discount. So so she could still get, it was my cousin. So she could still get the discount. And then the consultant that I needed to promote, or not promote, but get qualified, got the credits. Hi, Nora, how are you? You got to unmute. I can't hear you.
Sorry.
It's okay. You can be unmuted. How is school?
It's okay. It was a full moon, right? Gosh, it's crazy. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all good.
We were just talking about, I have a team member who she's going to try to promote to director next month. So I think I'm going to come up with some kind of game or whatever for my team to not just have bookings, but get sales. So you know how some people, some consultants do the host rewards, like our host hit $100, our host hit $200. Well, some of them, and I think it might be Hannah, they do what we need to put 10 pumpkins in this basket. So it's like 10 orders. If you average $80 per order or whatever, that's $800.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to try to do is something like the pumpkin in the basket idea for my team to collect orders, whether they're in the party or whether just trying to front load to get green by 15 faster and get, and I think because a lot of them go and a couple of them will earn the winter products. I already have one that earned them. Right. And then I know a couple of them will just go and buy them, but I think I'm going to maybe do as a prize for my little pumpkin patch idea, the vanilla, because they're not giving that away. And the box, the taste buds box. So just to give them something that's different. Yeah. Because some directors in the past have done like free for all, their own free for all, but my people go buy all their stuff. They buy the samples. So I'm like, I want to give you presents, but I can't.
But you buy them. You're like my dad. He buys his own presents and you're like, Dad, stop.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to come up with something still to sort of front load the month of October and get that busy. Tammy and I were also talking about shipping and how it's getting slower. So I think October is going to be vital, and maybe even the first 2 weeks of November.
Right. I'm going to really try to get people to do that too, if I can.
I'm already dropping like Christmas, like have you started Christmas shopping kind of stuff in my parties to plant those seeds, because I feel like I don't feel like a lot of people are thinking about it. And we just had a brand new Amazon facility built right by my house. So I'm getting Amazon like next day.
Wow.
But I think that's going to change when everything picks up. But but have you guys had any of these issues with Facebook and your team members?
No. I've seen it somewhere. They're deactivating people's pages or something like that.
People's business pages are being deactivated. Their party pages are being deactivated. My new consultant couldn't link her party to, she couldn't link Post My Party to her party. And it was, for all intents and purposes, it looked like it was set up right, but her business page did look different than mine. And when she went through everything, she called Post My Party and they said that Facebook is no longer supporting that platform. And
So, a couple
That's
months,
crazy.
a month or two ago, a couple months ago, there was an update on the business page, and I could not get my parties. I could not get them set up on Post My Party from my business page. I had to do it from my personal page, and then I clicked on the. I finally saw the go back to the previous version or like the old version of Facebook, so I did that. But I just got a notification that business pages or no groups are changing. So now I'm like kind of worried that something's going to happen. And I saw something else where somebody was in that director success page
yeah.
having like getting errors, like her posts weren't
Yeah,
posting.
I saw that.
Yeah, there's been a lot coming out this week, and I feel like there's several different pockets of Facebook problems that are happening. Thank God I haven't had any of them yet, but as we're trying to support our teams, I think it's gonna come up, you know. And when you have a new, so my consultant, her problem was she wants to run table parties. She's not a big Facebook person. She liked that idea, but her host didn't have any email addresses for anybody.
Oh.
And I asked in director success, and they said that you can invite through the app or something on your phone. You can invite via text. But I haven't played with it. So I think you can. So I think this
and
weekend,
you can do it through Facebook too.
Oh, really?
It'll post onto your Facebook page. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll just send a little thing out. You do it through Facebook and hit the Facebook thing, and then it'll send out a Facebook post saying, please come join my table party.
Yeah. So I think I need to play with it this weekend because I've been kind of putting it off. My sales are in the toilet this month. My team sales are great. My personal sales are not. And so I'm still working on that, and I haven't focused on table, but I feel like as these errors come up, like that it makes the most sense. Some people are saying they're telling their team members to go get SendShare and learn SendShare. Because SendShare is not having any problem posting. But I don't want to, if I'm going to learn a new platform, I'm going to learn table, you know?
Right. Because see, I used to have SendShare and I loved SendShare, but then I went ahead and canceled it. Then I was like, oh crud. And then, so I got the little template I went ahead and I used a different email that I normally don't use to get a 30-day free for Post My Party. I'm going to end up canceling it because I don't want to do it because I don't like Post My Party. It confuses me because I'm used to SendShare. So it's like, I think you just get used to a certain kind and you're like,
okay. It's what you learn. Like, and I think part of my apprehension about table is because Facebook is how I learned.
Right.
And so my expectation of a party is what we deal with on Facebook. And so, but as a director, like if we're going to have, I spent over 2 hours troubleshooting this with her, and she's fairly tech savvy, but not really when it comes to Facebook. And so like, she was frustrated. I have, between her and both of them are my Marys. They're both named Mary, and they're both about the same age, and they're not super Facebook friendly. And so when I have two consultants like frustrated and crying, I'm like, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
So like, I can't have you guys popping anxiety pills, you know? So I'm going to, just from a support standpoint, I think that table is going, even if I don't use it personally, I have to etch out some time to learn it, because I did get comfort in the fact that there were other people in director success having the same problem. Oh,
Right.
Jennifer Cozine's going to come in. Hold on.
Okay, cool.
Let me let her in.
But I
But,
think some things with, I'm sorry. Yeah. I think it's maybe perfect timing that we have table, because it sounds like Facebook's just wanting to do, I don't know, maybe they're getting ready to launch their own kind of thing or something.
Right.
So they're
Hey,
making it
Jennifer.
hard for everything else, you know?
Yeah, I feel like, and maybe Pampered Chef knows that, you know, maybe they knew it was coming. You'd have to think that, that Facebook is aware that all of these direct sales are flooding and saturating their feed, which I mean is good for them because it's users and, you know, all of that. But at the same time, we're still making money off of their platform. So I wouldn't think that they would let it be that easy forever. But Jennifer, we were talking about all the different problems that people have been posting and that some of my team has experienced this week on Facebook with pages being deactivated, business pages being deactivated by Facebook. My consultant couldn't post but she ended up having to run it through a personal page, like Tammy, I guess, is doing, because she couldn't get it to link, because when she even called tech support at Post My Party and they said the Facebook no longer supports that platform, that version of Facebook. So I don't know if there's been an update. Tammy was saying
Facebook doesn't support Facebook, or
Post My Party
doesn't support Facebook.
Facebook isn't supporting the third-party Post My Party app in that version. So I don't know if there's an update that we haven't gotten yet, because we all went to the new Facebook a year ago or whatever, but her business page looks different from mine. Like it's the same, but it's different. It doesn't have the same kind of group tabs that I have. Like I'll tell her to go to places and she'll share a screen and I'm like, it should be right there. And it's not. And so after hours, she just finally said, I'm going to try to link it with my personal page. And she was able to do it that way. But yeah, so with all of that happening, I think that learning table is vital for training new consultants, because I have no idea what's going on with Facebook. And long term, like if they're going to keep having problems, it's a lot for new consultants to digest to begin with, and then to have for directors to be trying to help them and having technical issues that I did a share screen Zoom on how to set everything up, and they were going step by step and they couldn't get there because theirs didn't look the same. So it's really concerning.
That is concerning. And it makes sense too, because I had 3 parties this week, and 2 of them, when I did the welcome post, was normal. And the other one was like what Tracy had mentioned last week, where it was like they grouped all of them together and you couldn't add a GIF.
Yeah, it looked really weird. And mine did the same thing. I had 2, and then the other one had all the little bubbles with the people's faces in the group.
Yeah.
And then I was like, did it actually tag them? Because I couldn't tell if it tagged them. Their pictures were there, but it was just weird. Yeah. It was different. And then
I wonder if it's how many parties you have. Like if you have so many groups that you do it similarly timed, or
maybe
you do a welcome post within so much time. I don't know. That's so weird.
It is. It's really bizarre. I did see, though, the feature from my business page that you can invite everyone from your business page to a group all at the same time. Have you seen that? If you were having like, I don't know, a shared rewards party or a mystery host party, you could invite them all to one group all at one time. There's like a way to mass invite your whole business page people. It popped up on my screen the other day. So they're definitely making changes. I just don't know. In Director of Success, some of them were saying that they're going to go to SendShare. So, but like I told Nora, if I'm going to learn something new, I'm going to learn Table, not SendShare.
Yeah, I agree. So is SendShare supported then?
So far, it seems to be. Yeah, but I mean, I'm still using Post My Party to post, although I had 2 different parties disconnect this week more than once, where I had to go back in. I got an email that said your party's been disconnected, and I had to go back in and reconnect my Post My Part, like unlink to Facebook and relink to get it to go again. Yeah, one of them I didn't catch for like 5 hours. So I missed all of those posts, and I was like, hey, we're going to extend your party a day because
Nothing happened today.
You missed a whole lot. So, yeah, it just disconnected, and they sent me a notification. But the other, running 3 parties at the same time, only one of the 3 disconnected. And you know what? If I think about it, it was the same party that did the bubbles when I did the welcome post.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, if it's something that like you create a group within so much time, if that last group, because I can't remember if it was my last group that I created that did that or not, but
It's
do you
definitely,
recall?
I think it was my last of the 3. Yeah, no, I know it was.
Yeah.
It was the 3rd that I made this week. Yeah. So I'm going to spend some time in Table this weekend. So
I've spent some time in Table, and I haven't done much in there, but I don't know. There's definitely no interaction, I feel like. And people were talking about how it was hard to get parties, like hard to book parties in it.
Because you don't have that direct like link to people, or
you're not. Yeah, well, the only link you have to them is if they order or if they leave you they have to have their email address, but you have like, who checks their email? Who does email? Very few people do email anymore. So unless they give you their phone number, then you're really not.
Getting bookings off of those parties is a little bit, I heard, somebody else said that too.
You can though, if you do it from your phone. Well, never mind. Hold on. Yeah, they can invite people. Well, I don't know. Are you talking about people can invite people with their emails, or because they don't?
No,
have
you
email?
can't. As a consultant, there's really no way for you to contact them to get bookings.
Oh, unless
like,
right.
Yeah. You just put it out there first.
Yeah.
You
so I had the
tag
same kind of. There's sort of like the same issue that when you did Squee was similar in that you couldn't really contact people unless it was just harder to contact people.
Maybe, and I mean, I don't know about you guys, do you have success with the part of the party or the host coaching where you ask them, hey, do you want, an extra free $50 or whatever? Reach out and get bookings. Like, do you have any of your hosts get your bookings? Because mine don't.
Mine don't either.
Yeah. And most of them will tell me, no, I'm good.
Wow. I've had people who do it. I have had that be successful. I actually have one party that I'm doing this week for a gal who it's her 3rd party, and it's her mom that's doing the party, and she's in the ICU here in town. So well, I really want her to get this $50, but I also don't want you to have to do it while you're a hospital patient. So what do we do about that? Like,
that's wild. Yeah. I very rarely have them say they'll send the message. And then I don't think I know I've had only a handful in the last year that were booked off of a show where the host booked it. Most of mine come from me booking them and sending the messages, through Facebook or based off of orders. And Alicia on my team said, she gets most of her bookings based off of orders where she texts people. And I get most of mine by just keeping my head down and sending the booking messages to every single person in the party, and then the circle back message, because the circle back message, I feel like, is what they end up seeing. But yeah, I don't know. It's all kind of scary. It's exciting that there is a way around and Facebook and their issues. And that's part of that makes me feel like Pampered Chef does everything for a reason. And just like with the way they line up certain specials, or, they give away taste buds one month and then the next month they discount it 20%. Like, they do things very strategically. So I have to feel like there was some type of, hey, you guys might want to hot step this because it's going to affect your sales. And so, yeah, that's the newest, biggest thing for me that's happened this week is the Facebook issues. Other than that, it's the standard, we were talking about earlier, is I've got a party that I have over 50 people in, and we only have one order. And I've had some crazy hosts this month that just crazy. Either didn't show up or were high when they were talking to me. That's the only thing I can think, because she just was, at one point she was like, do I get paid? No.
Yes, in free product.
Yes, this is how you get paid. And I can show you this lovely kit over here. She straight asked commission.
Right.
She asked about commission. And I was like, well, if you want commission, this is the box you need to fill. And then she's like, hold on, I'm forwarding this to my boyfriend. Okay. So we didn't talk much more after that, but I've had a few, 2 ghost me, 1 go off the rails, 1 completely dead party, and only a couple orders here and there. So I'm like trucking it for this last week of the month, being like, come on. But I'll get there.
Yeah, I get that,
Yeah.
Jessica.
Ugh.
I've got a party with
Crazy.
50 people in it too this week, and only like 2 orders in that party. So plan on doing a lot of messages over the next couple of days. But
Yeah, all my parties so far this month have been like, I think I'm hanging it. Okay, this is really sad. And I'm like stressing out bad. My personal sales are only 500 and something right now.
Yours are better than mine.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. You've got double. That's a good thing. You should don't feel bad about them. You have double what I have right now.
Well, yeah, but your team went green, right?
Not unless I hit
until she's at
750. If I don't get to
that's right.
750, it means nothing. But they are, like, as a team, we're over 6,000 in sales, but I still have to put 500 more up on the board. But by the 30th, so you keep going. You can.
Okay. Yeah. I think my whole group, my whole team sales are like sitting at 1,300. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just can't. And I've dropped down to 2 people. That's it. One's ghosted me right now. And I have 1 person. She got so excited. She just texted me and said, I got 2 orders. One's a subscription. I was like, yay.
Yay.
I was like, but it's like, poor thing. She's like the only one even doing anything. And everybody else has quit on me. And I'm like, oh, no. And it's
That's
monthly.
1 person though. You know what? That's
Oh, I know.
just, yeah.
Oh,
keep
I
her
know.
happy.
It's just month 3. It's like, yay. I don't
Yeah.
know how many days are left.
You've
Not very many.
got 7 days.
Yeah.
And
then I don't know. We'll see. I'm doing whatever I can.
But
I'm just
there's the
and then
the weekend
we
this
did a
weekend
whole-
too.
yeah, we did the whole mega party thing, started last weekend. Everybody else has
Oh,
gotten
good.
sales. I have 1 sale for $38. It's like, what up? We have like 150 people in there. And it's like everybody else has had sales except for me, until yesterday. And then I'm like, oh no. But then the lady, I'm gonna text her tonight. The lady that actually ordered from me, she's a she comes in, she's a special ed teacher that comes in and does stuff with one of my special needs kids. And she really wants to get one of the bigger things, but she just doesn't have the money. And I said, well, hey, so I'm going to talk to her about doing a fast little share link. I'll probably just set it up on table and just put this is what I was thinking about about the table, is just putting all of the posts in it all at once, and not like set it up as an outline, like different outlines, just put all the posts into one big outline and just leave it in there. And then people can go in just like a Linktree party, basically. And just because some people only go in there one time, and that way they have every single thing they need in there. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to try that and see if she'll do that for me.
Is your share rewards party still open?
My what?
Is your share rewards party still open? We'll see you later, Tammy.
Bye. We didn't do it as a shared rewards. We ended up doing it as just a regular party. And it's still, I went ahead and left my party open until the 30th. So yeah, so anything, I'm just funneling into that one. It's like,
Have you
do it.
Have you tried, I sent CCEs today. Have you tried to send a CCE out for?
I am going to do one of those again. I don't ever get any response much from those, but I'll try one. I have the project broadcast too. So I'm going to hit some more people. I got another idea about seeing if I can just get some people just to do a quick little party thing where you just send out an image to where it's like, these are my some $30 image or $30 or less products. I'm doing a little fast Facebook party. Send it out to 15, 20 people and see if you can collect orders or whatever, and just set it up.
That sounds cool. I mean, you could even like recruit little people to go out and collect orders for you and be like, hey, I'll give you a paring knife or whatever. Right. How many orders can you collect?
Yeah. And then I'm thinking too, is some of my friends that I know, I might make a post thing where they can say, my good friend, or my friend is trying to meet her sales goal this month. She's gonna, if anybody that orders from this party will get a free gift. Would you mind helping her out? Kind of thing. Not begging, but just kind of saying, hey, could you help my friend out?
Yeah.
And then give them something too. We'll see. Hey, it's worth a shot. If it's getting to people I don't know,
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, people like free. They like free discounts, free shipping was one way that I always got a lot of people to order if I offered free shipping. Something you can do is go into your VIP page and message every single person in your VIP page, spread it out over a couple of days and just say, hey, I'm working on a goal, because they're already committed to you. So I'm working on a goal. I was wondering if you would mind taking a look at the catalog and see if there's anything you order, I'll give you free shipping. And then give them a party link. And you can even open up a shared rewards party and be like, hey, there's going to be a discount as well as free shipping. So yeah, that's just an idea that you could do too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I posted a free shipping thing and even a tax-free Tuesday, just trying to get some kind of orders this week. Nothing, crickets. But again, like I wasn't, it was a post. So you
have to send messages, text messages or personal messages to people that you're friends with or already have a message going with, because they're not going to see it otherwise. You need to do that personal connection.
Yeah. So that's definitely going to be this weekend. And I think I'm going to grow a pair and do project broadcast finally and
you can do it.
Blast people. It's scary. Blast people.
I haven't done it yet either, Jessica. I haven't.
You haven't done it yet? So. Guys, it's so easy. You just make the little post and stick it on there. You download your people. Now,
I know it's easy.
People that are
I just haven't done it.
I've used it, but not for that. And that's what's scary, is blasting 400 people's cell phones at one time is I don't have a problem doing it to their emails, but their phones, I'm like, that is my last resort. Like if I am not 750
it's
by
helpful, it's
Sunday,
not all at one time.
Yeah.
Well, it does, but they don't know that you're doing it to everybody else.
Right.
They don't know. It's, there's 200. Well, mine was like 200 and something, I knew that I sent out 200 and something or, broadcast things, but and then I got a lot of people saying, stop. They thought it was a computer, it's like, oh, okay. Thank you. Take me off your list. Like, okay. But then I was out there, I'm not interested right now. I was like, okay. So there was a lot of people that, but I got more from that than I ever did with the consumer or customer connection email.
Really?
Because it's a text message. Yeah, it's a text message. Did you go through the training from the project broadcast? I listened to a couple of the videos, like the very first ones, and the statistics on the ratings for like how many people look at text messages or respond to text messages versus emails is staggering. It's like 80% look at text messages or respond to text messages, like 12% on emails or something crazy, ridiculous like that.
Well, and people are getting, all that spam stuff too. And so on emails, I have like 1,800 in one email it's an old email that I use for like junk stuff. And I have like 1,800 emails I've not even answered on that one because I'm spammed all the time with a bunch of junk, even if I unsubscribe to them. So it's like, anyway, yeah. But they do, it's not bad. It's good. They don't know that you just did 400 to that.
I know, it's just intimidating. Like, I don't know why, it's scary. But I'm going to do it. If I need it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Because I will not let it get past, the Sunday.
If you're on Saturday, I would really do it Saturday because then you'll give you time because people will be on the weekend, and do it earlier in the day, like at 9 or 10. That way you have time to work on it, because you will get people, texting you back pretty quick sometimes.
Okay.
I don't have nearly as many people probably as you guys do on your contacts and stuff, because I didn't have that many, because when I downloaded it ended up being almost 300 because I had some people, and then I just archived about 50 of them because they said, don't contact me anymore, or I already have somebody. And I didn't even do like people that were on my team. I took them out, like guests from my team members, because I didn't want to do that, and mine's small enough I could do that. So I went ahead and archived them. So, there's about 50, 60 people on my archive list, and I still have about 200 and something people, but I need to add more people now. I think if I do the thing again, it'll just do the new ones. I think I did the training stuff on it, but I can't remember now. But,
yeah, that's been like my keeping it in my back pocket until I watched how these parties rolled out and how my sales went. So I have my birthday bash is going on right now. And so it's share rewards. And we did it actually Wednesday to Wednesday. So it'll close on the 29th instead of the 30th because we didn't want to go through that. But so I'm hoping that I'm going to see more sales because it's at 5% right now. So I'm hoping I'm going to see more sales come in over the weekend. And then I'll be okay. But
we'll go ahead and send some out, to people through the project. I don't know why I can't say that word. Project broadcast. Thank you. I'm tired. I'm like, wow. And then say, man, it's at the end of my collection period for school too. So it's like everything all happens at the same time. And then I just got to notice that they're doing a walkthrough thing in my apartment for the yearly walkthrough thing. And I'm like, my apartment is a horrible mess. So I have to book parties, I have to get stuff going, and I have to clean my house and work on school stuff tonight. So I'm a little busy, but my brain.
You can do it.
Huh?
I said, you can do it.
I will. Maybe. But no, I was going to say something, but yeah, you could do some invites through that too, or just some reminders to people or something about your shared rewards party.
Did you share the idea that you had about having people, message for you or post on their own page? Did you share that with your team member who's working? Maybe she would want to do it too.
Not yet. I just got that this morning, or just got that from Paula and Stacy in our team, in our organization. So I just got that. So and I'll make sure I give that to Monique too.
Yeah.
But I'll do that too with her.
Yeah. Cause I had one girl who hasn't sold much of anything, and she decided to do a 15-minute messenger party. And I gave her there's an Evernote on it, and I gave that to her. And she's just been posting on her personal page because she hasn't been selling. So it's like new to all of her friends. And so she's been posting on her person and she's at almost $1,000 in sales and she's never sold it before. And it probably will stay that way because she's just collecting personal orders, you know, from people she knows, but it's sales. So, I mean, she may want to, I don't know how active Monique normally is, but she may want to, you know, try some kind of share link or something too, to help take some of the load off of you. You're muted again.
I know, I'm sorry. I was like clicking, I was like, oh, I'm talking while I muted it. She's in our mega party thing too right now. And she's
Okay.
gotten a couple, like I said, she got 2 sales. So we're working on that. She's working on it. But how is she running it? She's running that, girl's running the post on her personal.
She's just posting stuff on her personal page, or she's posting on, she finally set up a business page. So she's posting on her business page and sharing it to her personal page.
Okay.
She doesn't have a VIP or anything because she hasn't done anything, but then she's, just texting everybody in her phone. Hey, I'm selling Pampered Chef now. If you want to take a look, and sending them her shopping link. And the first day she called me on Sunday and she was like, hey, I think I'm going to have a party. I was like, sweet, good idea. And so she was like, but I want to do a 15-minute party. And I'm like, okay, so you can't do something standard. let's do this. And so I explained it to her and I sent her the stuff. And by that night she had $400 in sales because of the 2 people who came to her house that she just showed them. I have a friend coming over tomorrow and you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to have my catalog out. I haven't seen you in 2 years, but you need something because she's not on Facebook or social media. I'm going to be like, so Nicole, what can you buy?
Look at this cool stuff. Yeah.
You're a nurse. You need something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm going to be hitting her up. So, but I think those are all good ideas. Jennifer, how's your team doing? As far as I know, you had a few fallen off that had just joined for the free stuff or the cheap stuff.
Yeah, so my 2 longest consultants are both active this month, so that's great. But our team sales, personal team sales, is only at almost 3,000. But we're active, like we're green because I'm still in a rebuild month.
Okay.
But we're not green for the advanced requirements yet, so we're still working on that. And I would still like us to get to 5,000 because I don't like working on minimums. So, but I mean, and I have 3 parties and I just booked 1 for next week, so 3 parties this week, and they're not closing where they are currently, so we will get higher sales than what we already have. What else? Yeah, Brittany's green already, so no worries there.
Right.
She's doing awesome.
Well, she's like, she has the Marika problem. Where
She does actually. She has too many parties, so
yes,
she does have Marika's problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hashtag
But she works her tail off.
Marika
so
life.
She deserves it, I feel like.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So what is
I worked as hard as her.
What is director green? Like, is that just 12,000 every month or what is that?
The
Or
advanced director green?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 12 grand. We're at 10. So as long as if my team gets to 5, it'll be green. And she's still working. I'm sure she has like 6 parties. I haven't talked to her this week, but I'm sure she has like 6 parties this week or something something crazy ridiculous that she's doing. So, and next week probably too. So
what is
she's booked out for this month.
What is your personal, like, what do you have to sell as an advanced director? Is it still 750? It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you have 3 months of rebuild, which is 2,500 for your personal team. But to be advanced director green, you have to
You
have that
still have to
12,000
hit
still.
the 12,000. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have to have,
So
do you still have to have the directors? Like you have to have what, 1 director on your team?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Is
one
green
director is
too?
advanced. Mhm.
And do they have to be green that month too?
They do. Yeah. So you have to have
Okay.
one green director team, right? So you could have multiple director teams, but at least one of them needs to be at $5,000 and with a 750 director sales.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was afraid I was messing up Paula's, but I think Stacy's she's only 750 for being green. So I'm like, okay, that takes a little pressure off me feeling bad about messing
How many
up
directors does
Paula's.
Paula have?
She has 2 of us.
2 of you. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And hopefully she'll still have me in 3 or 6 days. I'm kidding. I'll work on it. Yeah.
It sounds like you've got a lot of really good ideas and
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just
you're
have to
not
really
in any way
well done.
like negative or like giving up yet. So I think you'll be there.
Yeah, I had gave myself the other day, you'll laugh at this. Okay, so I was like, okay, I'm giving myself 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. And so I set my timer. I said, Alexa, 5-minute timer. And I boo-hooed and I wailed and I cried. And I just had this all that. And my dog, my little dog, Boo right there. He was just like licking on my face. And it was bad. It was bad, boo-hoo, bad, ugly tears. And then my timer went off and I was like, okay, get back on it. So I gave myself
Aw,
that
good for
time
you.
and I went on,
That's
But I
awesome.
had to get that out. I think if I hadn't gotten that
Yeah.
out, I think I would have just stewed a little longer. But I was like, no.
Yeah, it helps to be able to clear your head and just be like, okay, like, yeah, this is not where I want to be or how I want to be, but it's not
Right.
over. And that's why, even though I'm afraid of project broadcasts for whatever reason, like I will not go to the end of the month
Right.
and not hit my goal without being able to say, I tried every
Everything.
single thing that I could think of to do to make it. And if you put it all out there, like that's all you can do. And you shouldn't feel bad about that at the end of the day. So
Yeah, I just
Exactly.
and then I realized for sure that I get to go out of town. I wasn't sure, but on the the 5th through the 9th, I'm going to be out of town on a conference for work, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh,
And I'm like, I had one party for that part so far and that week. And I was like, oh no. So I contacted her to see if I could move her into September and say, oh,
Yeah.
could you come
Did
a
she
little
say?
early? Cause I'm doing, she can't. So I was like, oh, she ended up she has thyroid cancer and stuff. And I was like, well, okay. So I just kind of, let her off the hook if she didn't want to. She goes, oh no, I still want to have a party. You just can't do it now. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me know when you're good, and we'll do that. But I was like, oh no, because she's part of that. I don't know if I told you guys about that one where I had the 5 people booked off one party that had 7 people in it. She was one of those 5 people. And every time one of them has a party, it's at least $1,500 as a shared reward. So it ends up being 1,000. But I was like, why didn't I have one in September with them?
right. They're a good circle. Another thing I did today, I had a guest in a party a couple months ago. She bought 6 stones as gifts. And that was all she bought. And she was like, she wasn't interested in hosting, but she was like, definitely hit me up around the holidays because I like to buy big gifts for my family. So I sent her a message and she said she was going to look tonight, but if she doesn't order by the end of my share rewards, I'm going to, or maybe even over the weekend when she's not at work, I'm going to send her a reminder. But then that got me thinking too, back when the stones were coming back, I had specific people that were waiting on stones. And so I reached out because I have them in my phone because I was texting them. So I reached out to those directly. So I don't know if maybe you've had people who are waiting on something or, just didn't get that air fryer that they wanted, like a host in the past. Maybe because I've done that before too. I've gone back to a host who was trying to get to $650 to get the air fryer for half off or whatever it was that month. And we didn't get her party there. But then a few months later, I went back to her and said, hey, I'm having a share rewards party or when they were on sale or whatever, and just pointed that out. And they ended up buying them later. So maybe just taking a little look at your list or even scrolling back through some of parties and refreshing your memory with some of your hosts, that might help generate some personal connection messages that you can send. 'Cause I sent a handful today.
Yeah, like, especially too with the 60% off, even for like a party, even it's, $200 party, I don't know, I want more than that, but of course, but even if somebody went, they can still get the 60% off too. That helps too, because then they can get the air fryer or
Well,
something.
Doing a 15-minute messenger party and just tell them, hey, anybody who joins the party, I'm going to give a free gift. So like
Right.
they tell their friends, hey, all you have to do is join the party and
Mhm.
you get a free gift. I've had a couple different 15-minute messenger parties qualify, and all I do is give them an e-cookbook, but they don't know that,
Sure. Yeah.
So you might even be able to entice some people in with a 15-minute messenger party and get a couple qualified on with that 60% off, for the host incentive.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I did see in one of the, oh gosh, there's so many Facebook groups now. Where was it? I think it was in the Director Success one, where I've never used boards before, but
Yeah.
she had a 15-minute one on boards. Have you guys used boards?
I think Jennifer has. I haven't.
Is it easy to use, Jennifer?
Oh yeah, it's super easy. You just download this app and then it like creates a keyboard in your like keyboard area of your phone, and you just scroll whatever boards you have downloaded. I make it difficult on myself because I download everything and then I forget what's in everything and then I never find anything again.
What Not to Do by Jennifer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my intention is download it, see what's in it, and then like save what I like, or not save everything. But I just, anyways, I don't have to go back through and delete what I don't like or whatnot. Anyways, super easy to use. Yeah.
And do you have
Highly
to
recommend
manually put them in? Like, do you have to sit there for the 15 minutes and throw them in there, or does it? Can you schedule through it, or do you have to?
Well, if you're doing it in like a Facebook group, you can schedule it. You can manually schedule it prior to the group, right?
Okay.
Prior to the party happening. But I guess if it's in a group, if it's a messenger party, then it's
right.
Then you have to go in and
sit there and do it.
and
Okay.
physically doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I did.
Look at that. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's how I did mine. I just did it in a messenger and then just sent it all out. And then I can send you the Evernote on it too, where it tells you like the day before or 2 days before everybody's in the group, you like send them hey, like a welcome message or whatever with the virtual catalog link. And then, so you do a couple like warm up posts before and then follow up posts after, before you actually close the party. So even though it's only 15 minutes of product, it's like 10 products or whatever.
Yeah.
You actually you still have your host. This was a really smart thing that somebody said was still have your host do the $25 challenge via text and on Facebook, if they're on Facebook, to try to collect more orders that way to people who aren't even in the 15-minute messenger group. And then just a follow up of, hey, I'm going to close the party out tomorrow night. Is there anybody else, who wants to order or whatever? So I think they can be successful. I might even, talking about it, I feel like I should be able to find at least one person to do one myself.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get more bang for my buck, kind of thing. Because, and I will put that little message that they sent to me, that Paula and Stacy sent to me about the $30 items or whatever, and just like a little like that. I'll put it in our
cool.
chat.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
That way you guys have that. And we'll get there.
Yeah, we just got to keep trucking. I think October is going to be phenomenal. And
I hope so.
For all intents and purposes, September hasn't been terrible. It's just been awkward and it's been way more busy. Like I feel like for myself, it's been a blur since I went to Idaho. Like I came back and like everything has just been like school and this and that and just one thing right after the other. and again, not in a bad way, just packed in. And now I'm picking up shoots as well on the weekends. So on the Monday night call, I'll be talking about time management, everyone. So, and how Jessica does it all. So that is our Monday night call preview.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, Tracy was like, I think it's good that you're the one doing it because you have a lot on your plate and you can still manage to be a director. So I'm still gathering ideas for time management, but all the little tricks that we do that we don't really think about that new consultants are just oblivious to is basically what I'm going to be sharing. So anyway, but we'll get there. What's up, Jen?
Like listening to trainings while making dinner. There's a
Totally.
tip for you.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go.
That is how
Use
you
that one.
that is how you stay present and up to date is you learn to, do two things at once sometimes, because this is something that, if you show up for it, I mean, even just like when you take your daughter to dance class, you're still there, you're still showing up for the thing. And that's like half the battle with keeping the momentum and staying informed. So many people are uninformed because they don't show up.
And motivated.
Yeah.
And motivated.
Yeah, totally.
Really. Like I could just sit there and watch and be like, but it definitely does a lot more for me, like mentally, to be with, because I don't have a whole lot of other outlets either, right? Like mentally I can be there with you guys during the call. And yeah. So
This is
it's
still
helpful
my
in all
favorite.
ways.
This is still my favorite call of the week. I like Thursday night because it's just like chill and we can talk about whatever. So, but
You guys want to see the chickens I just pulled out of the oven?
please do. And then we need to get off of here because we've been on here for like an hour.
I know. I gotta get going on my stuff too. Ooh.
Very pretty. So
Those
we'll
look
be,
2 5-pounders.
holy
in the-
cow.
That pan, you guys, that pan is huge. So good.
So can you should, lift it a few times and show us that's your workout for the night.
It would be. It would be. I've lifted it twice and that's enough.
Yeah. That thing is heavy.
So heavy.
So they're beautiful though.
They turned out good.
So,
We'll
okay.
see a
well,
picture
thank
of them
you guys.
later.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see the pictures again on your story.
There you go.
Yeah. Thank
All
you for
right.
showing up and hanging out and brainstorming. I definitely appreciate it. And
Okay, keep going, both of you. You guys can do
yes,
it.
We
we'll
will
get
do
there.
it.
We'll get
We'll
there,
get
Nora. All right.
Yes.
I'll share the Evernote for the 15-minute
Okay.
messenger and you share the other thing in
I
our
will.
10K group. And then I'll figure out how to get this recording off my computer. So,
Okay.
all right, guys. Talk to you
Sounds
later.
good.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.